got a new car and it's right. What's good? What's happening? What's good? It's cracking to your boy Nathi, and we're back in the channel. I hope you're doing good. So I'm excited for another video. If you haven't already, I remind you to stop the video right now and make sure you go down below, like this video, subscribe, make sure notification bell turn on videos and upload, because we're growing so much. It's all thanks to you guys. Making YouTube videos is kind of hard to keep track of timelines, but I'm currently recording a video of taking my GTI to Insane Racing to get the spark plugs changed and the coil pack changed, because we've seen the previous video with Mambo, the car an issue. So there's also that. So I didn't have a car, and then also in that video, which you probably see after this video, I did a mini vlog of my race weekend in East London for SATC. If you guys don't know, I raced with Toyota Gazoo Race in South Africa. So I did a mini vlog, but that video is not out yet because at this current moment I don't have my car. I don't have a car. I've been Ubering since I got back from the race, and yeah, it was really sad. You know, I hate Ubering, not having a car, and it really sucks because, you know, when it comes to building a car, you know, it's all about trial and error. Things break, you know, going back, fixing things, adjusting things. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've been kind of getting not tired of it. I love it, but it really inconveniences my day-to-day with school and work and all that stuff I've planned for content. And I really want something reliable, so I got a new car, and it's right behind me. Show what I got, guys. Here it is. I've got the brand new Toyota A91 GR Supra right behind me. Oh, guys, just check this out. I got this car. This is the new car to the channel. Nah, I'm joking with you. I'm joking. I wish I bought a car this amazing. The camera, the sun is blinding me. But anyway, no. So I wish I bought an A91 Supra. But no. This car I got from Toyota as a loaner car to make content for you guys. So we got this car for a couple of days while the GTI is still down. We got an A91 Supra in our hands to do some content with it, and I'm super excited about it. I've actually driven an A91, but it was a manual version last year when they first came out. I think it was the MT edition, but now we got the A91 Supra with the 8-speed automatic transmission. But yeah, guys, let me tell you about this car. So here it is, guys, in all its glory. This is the 2024 Toyota A91 GR Supra, finished in this amazing paintwork. I wish I knew what paintwork this is. I think it's individual color, because I've not seen any Supra in the country with this particular paint on it. It looks amazing. A little rundown on this car. So Toyota GR Supra is a rear-wheel drive 2-seater sports car from Toyota. Let's take a little walk around this car. It's got these new rims that came with the A91, wrapped in Michelin super sport tires, which gives you grip, as well as if you come to the back, it's got an exhaust dual pipe. Let's have a look around this car. This car is gorgeous. Getting this car was all thanks to you guys, because you guys have been growing the channel so much, and Twitter's starting to see that actually maybe, you know, I can make content for them. So it's all thanks to every one of you guys who's watching. We have the opportunity to have, or to be given a car like this to make content for you guys. But yeah, this car is beautiful. I literally got it today, so I haven't really driven it much, but just first impressions on it. I think in this spec, this car works so well with the grey paint, and then obviously the darker lower trims on the car. Basically, I got this car, I haven't really driven it much, so I'm just gonna give you the stats about it. But for me, the most important thing when it comes to the car is right here. For me, as a driver, as a racing driver, as a professional, the most important thing to me is right here. The engine and the drivetrain of the car. And one thing I'm glad to say is that the Supra is actually my favorite car from Toyota they offer. This is my favorite car from the Toyota brand, hands down, is a Supra. So if you guys don't know, this car is running a B58 inline 6-cylinder engine. It is turbocharged. There's 285 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters. And the best part about it, it is rear-wheel drive. The engine powers only the rear wheel, which I love. Unlike my GTI, which is front-wheel drive. It's great. This one is actually the automatic version, because most A91s, a lot of them were manuals, but this one is a 8-speed auto. So there's that about that. So I can't wait to really give this car a proper drive and see how the car handles, how it feels. But yeah, man, like I literally got this car today. I don't even know what to say. Again, this car's brand. You guys can see by the number plates. Oh, and pricing. I will not lie to you. You know, I've driven the car a little bit. I really haven't had a chance to really, you know, give it the horns and see what this car's about. But, you know, obviously the paint look is amazing. We're going into it in just a second. But this car right behind me, this one right behind me, is literally priced at a 1.6 million rand. Because actually, if you go to the Toyota website, A base Toyota Supra starts at 1.58, so 1,580,000. This one's got a few more options on it. It's got carbon fiber on the interior, which is amazing. It's got the Alcantara and the exclusive paintwork on it. So this car is actually priced at 1.6 million rand, which is quite expensive, but I don't know. We're gonna drive this car. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it and see, is this car really worth that price? So let's go inside. Oh, super cool. Pillarless doors, must be nice. The car's brand new. Still got the stick over here. And then one thing I love is I love Alcantara. I love it. It gives you a very sporty feeling. It's got these really nice seats, leather and Alcantara. And then this steering wheel here is leather. And then it's got the carbon fiber on the center console. Let me just get inside. It's got the carbon fiber on the center console, which is really cool. It's got a really good infotainment system, a digital dash, you guys can see through there. This is my favorite Toyota one, and it's rear-wheel drive, and it's a 6-cylinder. So more cylinders, hopefully better handling, rear-wheel drive, sports car, 2-seater. For me, that's like a recipe for a good car. So yeah, I've got the car today. I'm gonna drive for a couple of days to see how the car feels, give you guys my honest feedback on the car, as well as, you know, yeah. But again, your suggestions are very important to me, so make sure you guys do comment down below. What type of content would you like to see me do with this Supra? Besides even the car, I'm just happy I got the opportunity, and it's all thanks to you guys. I keep saying that, but it really is thanks to you guys that I'm in a position to be able to have brands reach out and, you know, say, hey Nathi, come drive our car and see what you think about it. I'm not a car reviewer, so I don't drive a lot of cars, so the only car I can really base it off is my GTI. So I must think of this as one of those people who had a GTI, and this is the type of car you'd buy next. So it's not like I'm comparing to other cars in segment, but I'm seeing it, how is this car an improvement or not an improvement in comparison to my GTI, and see, okay, what features do I like about this car, or, you know, what features are great about this car, what things are not so great about it. But yeah, I'm super excited for this. And yeah, I'm gonna try to give you guys a little start, but it's not really a cold start, so let's go outside and listen to the mighty B58 inline 6. One thing I would say is, because I'm building my GTI as you speak, you know, to the shop right now again, you know, obviously my car is has a lot more like, you know, oomph and whatever. But also the thing is, one thing is, with a brand new car like this, you know, 2024 car, OPF filters, all these regulations make every car as they come out more quieter and more quieter. I rated the A90 Supra, which is like the not the old previous generation, but the older year models, probably sound louder than the new one because of all the OPF filters. So in terms of sound, this car might not be the winning, but you can feel the power of the inline 6. Car definitely does look the part. Comment down below, do you think the Supra is a good looking car? I think it is. Again, this car has a lot of modern capabilities. This is a stock one, so we're going to compare stock. But this car, if you have to own it, there are a lot of options when it comes to modifying it. What's up, guys? So a couple days later, we're back with the Supra in the same spot, because I've had some time to drive the car and give you guys what I think about the car and my honest review about it. And you know, I'll do something a bit different, because I'm not traditionally a car reviewer. So, you know, I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. Like, I'm not gonna like go through the stats of the car and be like, this car's got I drive what 7 and then this and that, you know. Or I'm not gonna go through this picture as much. My first favorite thing about the Supra is the rear-wheel drive system. So obviously it's called rear-wheel drive, which I love, because I love rear-wheel drive cars. Great rear-wheel drive for proper drivers, guys. I'm so sorry if you like four-wheel drive. And the thing about this car, if I'm mistaken, this car is a diff. Unlike its counterpart, like the 240, 140, and 340s, they have an open diff. So this car really feels good to drive, and it's easy to handle. And how the car drives is also very important. So basically the rear drive system and how the suspension of the car feels. I want a car, when you drive it, to feel lively. You know, it's a sports car. You want to feel lively, but you know, this car's not too lively to the point where it's gonna wrap around a tree, or if you're a beginner driver, you're gonna struggle like driving this car. This car is like, it's light on its toes, but it's not like a very loose. How I would explain is like almost walking or running in socks in a house in comparison to running on ice. Socks and ice, slippery, but the ice one is very dangerous. Socks, you can slide, but you can still control it. That's what the car feels like. It's quite easy to control, and yeah, I just love how the car feels. Stepping into the interior, I will not lie. When it comes to Toyotas, I don't think the interior has been my favorite part, but the Supra definitely has the interior. It feels really premium in here. There's a lot of leather. The leather is actually quite soft. Like sometimes there'll be leather, but it's like very hard. Every here is soft, and I'm not like a car journalisting thing, but you know like how they're always like pressing things and like, you know that thing when they press and things always creaking. This car has no creaks. Like I'm like pressing everything. Nothing's like creaking. You know, like it's like I know they always do this push things and whatever, but like everything in the car feels really, really good, really put well together, feels premium in here, so I can't complain. The only thing I would say is the personal things that I'm not a big fan of black interiors because I feel like they're kind of boring, so I'm not too sure the Supra has options when it comes to interior colors and interior trims. Continuing the theme of the interior, or the inside of the car, is obviously the control of the car. So again, I was saying how the drive feels into the real drive, but also everything in the car feels good. The steering wheel feels very good and direct, not too heavy, and it's not too light. Actually, more importantly, I like a steering wheel that has a bit of weight to it. This one definitely has that. And also the pedals, the brake feels really, really good, and the car's super responsive. Actually doing more the engine, I'm lying to you. Actually, just in general, the car just drives really, really well. Like it's definitely a step up from my GTI in terms of being stock for stock. This car is way up there. You know, you down here, you put the car into sports mode. You know, you turn traction control off. It's literally 2 buttons, and the car is literally driving great. Yeah, I literally don't have the complaints. The steering is great. The brakes are really good, and like the feel of the brakes are really, really solid. It's really like consistent. Again, I haven't pushed the car too hard, but the brakes feel good. The throttle is very, very good, especially there is this very minimal turbo lag. Like in my GTI, maybe because it's a 6-speed, it's an 8-speed, so maybe there's you're raising the torque band more in this car compared to my car. But this car, the power delivery is very smooth. It's always there. I really cannot complain about the driving thing. Like I think the highlight of this car, and for me the reason why I love the Supra, is the driving dynamics of it. This car is like honestly a proper driver's car. It feels good to drive. Like I can't complain, and for me that's the most important thing for me. So like for me, if I had to buy this car, if I could buy this car, I would, because the driving dynamics is definitely there. But you know, with every great car there are some downsides, so let's speak about them. When it comes to driving, for me, I really value a good driver's position and visibility and just comfortability in the car. And when I first got into the car is big, don't get me wrong, it's not a small car, it's a big car. But so how to explain to this car is the seat in the car is very low, not gonna lie, but everything around you feels very raised. So the door card is quite high and quite close. It's quite a wide door card. The center console down here, it feels also quite high and quite wide also. I don't know, like, and also especially what makes it feel claustrophobic is this part of it here where it kind of goes like, it doesn't go straight, it kind of curves in to the driver's area, which takes time to get used to. The dashboard is very high, but then another thing is also the door window ends is very low, so the gap between the bottom of the window and the top is very thin. So I am not a tall person, and a lot of people who are tall say they don't like the Supra because I was like, look, I sit very low, by the way, because of my race car. You know, in F1, like you sit basically, your eye level is basically the dash, so I sit very low, and my head is literally right next to the window. So if you're a normal person who's my height and likes to sit a bit higher, you would be like, you know, your eye would be in line with the window, which is kind of a weird feeling, which makes it kind of feel very cramped, which is, with one downside I would say to the car, it takes time to get used to. One thing that is also very high is the bonnet. So this is like my height, like right there. That's what I see basically. So I don't sit very high, and if you sit high, you usually see the bonnet from like one side to the other car because the bonnet is very high. So now we're stepping outside to the car. So someone like me, you know, I work, I'm a student, the sneaker store, I'm always transporting sneakers, so I use my boot all the time. You know, content cameras, GoPro stands, back, you know, I got everything. The Supra, right, so I have the key in my pocket. The Supra, if you come to the back, does not have a button to open the boot. This kind of makes me go mad, because the first thing I do when I come, you know, from my place, wherever I'm going, like I literally carry a bag with me all the time. First thing I do before I get in the car is go to the boot and put whatever I need to put in. But this car does not have any buttons, unless there's some button that I have not found, unless it's hidden, which I don't know about. There's no button for the boot. So every single time, keep in mind, I always have bags on me. Like I have a backpack, I have my shoulder bag, you guys always see that I have in the videos if you see me real life. So, and again, this car's cute as go, by the way. So you have to go into your bag, dig through all my access tags, all that stuff, to open or to get the car key, and open the boots, or again, the car's keyless go, you go here and then the button to open the boots is down here, and then you press that. So it's a bit of a faffle, you know, which I don't know why there's no button on the boot, or there's no like secret button somewhere, unless there is one, and I haven't googled enough to find out where it is, but there's no button from my knowledge. Then the one thing that I would say that also I'm not a big fan of, what a fan, it's the wrong word. Again, the problem is I've modified my GTI and I'm used to my GTI, but for a sports car, I don't think the Supra comes in a Alcantara steering wheel, but I feel like it definitely needs it, because I feel like, you know, leather, you end up sweating a lot, especially because I'm perforated, if you haven't noticed. So it's not like it's most sports cars where this leather is perforated. This is normal leather, so you end up sweating a lot if you're like, you know, driving. Like, look, just me touching it, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the little like mark there, but just touching it, it's like it gets quite hot when you're driving. Ooh, and here's one thing also I forgot to say. So obviously I use my phone a lot, content, you know, social media, you know how it is, trying to keep in touch with you guys. If you guys don't follow my Instagram, make sure to follow down below. With the center console, it's quite difficult to explain, but the way it's positioned is, it's okay in comparison to my GTI. Putting the phone somewhere is not the easiest, you know. So now you're driving, there's a wireless keypad over here. I'm sure you guys know about that if you watch other people's reviews. So the phone fits in there, right? But this little cigarette lighter kind of stops you from pulling it out. You know, you're driving on the road, you're trying to pull out your phone, because you're connected to Apple CarPlay. That's quite cool, by the way, it does that. But anyway, you're trying to pull the thing out, now you have to, like, you know, like above the gears lever and do that. So I don't like putting my phone there. But then also now you're driving, you know, you have to like do a turkey arm to get your phone in the you know, you have to like, yeah, like this is the awkward position to put the phone. It's not anything chain smash, but then again, for someone like me who uses my phone for Waze, everything, it's very awkward. So what ends up happening, let me tell you what happens, is that I put my phone on my lap, first mistake, or I put it over there on the center console, and after one corner it falls right here, and this thing goes quite deep down, like it falls right here, like down here, and then now you have to find your phone, and then if you're driving, the phone ends up in the back seat. So that's the one thing that's like one thing also. So that's the phone that always ends up flying around, because the console position is not like the best. But here is the main issue and question to you guys. So this Supra right behind me is listed or priced at 1.6 million rand, with optional extras, the carbon fiber, this special paint job, you know, A91 edition, brand new car. This costs 1.6 million rand, and that is a lot of money, because you know what's up against this car for that price range? BMW M2, the new one, the G series, Mercedes-Benz A45S, the new one, facelift, RS3 up here, Golf R up here. So all the hot hatch cars that make more power than this car are literally priced the same price or a little bit less. So I think an M2, which is, I would say, the big brother to this car, with the S58 motor, which makes more power, is priced at the same price. So a base, okay, this is a top spec Supra compared to a base model M2, but still, that car, an A45, RS3, 8R, I don't know if I'm leaving any cars out, let me know down in the comments, that are priced around 1.6 million rand, brand new. So this car is a great car, but my question to you is, and to me, is this car really worth the 1.6 million price tag? Because it's a great car, but for that price tag, it's got a lot of stiff competition, and it's quite difficult to say. So if anyone's watching, wants to give me an A45 or M2 or RS3 or 8R or any other cars in this segment or price range, let me know. So with that all said, let's go for a little drive and give you guys a POV drive of this car and see how it is. Camera's really nice and clear. But anyway, we're gonna go for a little drive. Nothing too hectic. Don't expect sun to get anything too much to the exhaust. The car is quite, it's not the loudest car. You know how it is, new cars, these OPF filters. But anyway, now drive super aggressive. We're gonna let the car warm up a little bit. I won't lie, the gearbox is quite responsive, but for some odd reason, it feels like when you pull the pedal itself, when you press it, it doesn't like register the part, like click until, you know, after you press. It's like you press, then it changes gear. So it's very weird. Or maybe because I'm not like fully like pressing the car completely, but that's one thing to note. Whoa, this car's definitely got some grunt to it. The nice thing about this car is like just driving like this in manual like this, it's quite an engaging car to drive, and it's quite easy. Like I was saying, it's quite an easy car to drive. It's not very difficult to handle, but it doesn't feel lazy and like flat. It feels quite limber on its toes and lightweight. It's just a performing car. It has good power. The band's really good. Because remember, I did this car on track. If you didn't see that video, so I know what this thing's capable of. And this platform is super stable. So, and it's quite easy. So I feel like any beginner could get into this car and learn how to handle it with quite ease. It's definitely got some pull to it. There's definitely got a good little pull to it. Like, no, definitely not little. It's a lot. But again, like I'm saying, it's super easy to handle. I wasn't giving everything over there, but I'm just saying the car's super easy to handle, and you can feel what the car is doing. It's unpredictable. So like, I don't know, like guys, Supra driving is definitely surprising. I don't know how to explain, but in a good way. It's not like a surprise, but a good one.